It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And the spotlight is on George Kittle. Always staying busy, he's your league leader in receiving yards. It's the 49ers and the Hawks on Thursday night primetime.
We are just south of Pioneer Square here in the great northwest city of Seattle at newly named Lumen Field, home of the 12s. Tonight, Week 15 begins with a great Thursday night matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. Brandon Gaudin, as always, joined by my good friend Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Niners in this matchup, you figure they've got to be looking forward to this one. They've got a clear advantage on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and they totally understand it, not just by running the numbers, but those numbers do play into it because you've got one of the better passing offenses in the league, a top 10 unit, going up against one of the poor defenses in the league. So I think we're going to see these guys take some shots downfield. But right from the start, I expect them to attack and get right after them.
The veteran kicker, Robbie Gould, set to get us started. And off we go from Seattle. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. As Seattle's offense comes onto the field, we'll see a 10-year veteran under center. Guy who broke into the league as a starter back in 2013, Geno Smith.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Smith going to go to the air, first play. Walker with a grab, left side. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that? Who
are the freshest guys? Coming off the last game you play on a Thursday night. Has a little extra pep in their step. You go with that.
7 yards there and a first down. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into this.
And now look at this, big gain, but a fumble. He has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. The numbers for Walker from last week's effort, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. Walker now on 1st and 10. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
Penny will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Walker. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Myers' kick is good, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start, because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback... Smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by Mr. Irrelevant in the 2022 draft, a guy with something to prove, Iowa State's career passing leader. And that's Brock Purdy.
And he did everything possible to rally his team to a win last week, didn't he? What did he throw for?
Over 450 yards.
I mean, that's a pretty phenomenal performance. So, obviously, he and the offense were clicking pretty well. The other two-thirds, the...
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Smith on first down. He'll find Metcalf. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
A give for Walker running right. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes our score 17-0. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for, and remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put the...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. Pushes him over. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Smith. And Walker has it. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we get everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and then he's got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Come on.
Here's Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again. But I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
No, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right?
The ball comes out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, are going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Following the fumble recovery, Smith. Left side here, that's the tight end fan. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. On first down, Smith. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Smith's throw into the hands of Fan. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And 3rd and 1 now. Well, you know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever. But sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Walker. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. A little juke, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 74 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll fake it. Now Smith. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks continue to pull away here in this first half. Myers connects on the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded right around the 8. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. Well, the current playoff picture, and you can see they are one of those 3 wild card teams, at least for the moment, but they have not clinched that spot, Charles. And look, their message has been clear. We're keeping our foot on the gas to the very end.
And how about the theater and the drama that's involved, partner? The best part, we've got a front row seat to it all. And I think this is obviously the ultimate goal when they added a 7th seed to the playoffs back in 2020. More drama, more teams in it late in the season, and more importance on game.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks. possession of the football. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Now Smith. He finds his man, complete. It's Walker. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Left side complete to Lockett. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Okay, ready? Let's go!
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
That solid gainer will put them on the doorstep of the end zone. More importantly, it gives them a fresh set of downs. Nice work right there.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And it's caught. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks just continue to roll. Extra point up and through by Myers. And a rout is on here in this first half. The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded right around the 8. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Newton, meanwhile, here connecting with McCaffrey. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. And they'll need the 39 here for a 1st. This is 3rd down. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Newton. He'll get this out right here to and he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust?
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take a blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Geno now to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they're going to face a third down. Throwing is Smith. He's got his tight end fan. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on third and medium to pick up the first.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. Running right, here's Walker. Shifts free at the 15. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks have got it on cruise control. Myers connects on the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from the rookie, Kenneth Walker. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. From the 6. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And ball security has been a big issue. You see the numbers there. He's fumbled twice already.
And whenever we talk about ball security, it's not simply how you're holding the ball when you run it. It's all the other things that you do. Is it in the proper arm, meaning the sideline is protecting you? Are you dipping?
They're looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And the 49ers will take over here just shy of the 30. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete. And remember, these two teams met earlier in the year in Santa Clara with the Niners coming out on top. So a win here in Seattle, tough as that may be, would give them the season sweep. Newton's throw complete here to Ayuk. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now Newton on first down. He's got Ayuk once again. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
As soon as he leaked down and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Play action. It's Newton. Steps away. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So a roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw. It's knocked away and incomplete. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Newton. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. They snap it to Newton. Open man is Ayuk, complete. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
Second down and goal. Newton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
The Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. Throwing again is Newton. Sliding out of the puck. Touchdown! Christian McCaffrey with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Niners get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. And that's a critical touchdown. I don't want to be too hyperbolic or whatever, but they needed some points on the board before halftime.
They certainly did, and, you know, it's not going to erase everything that happened in the first half. Look, they got outplayed. There's no question about that. But now it gives them a chance to regroup, feel a little bit better about themselves. And how many games have we done where we've seen everything flip when another half begins? And by the way, did you say hyperbolic?
I did. Well, thank you. And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. Cam looking to throw. It's complete. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Back out now comes Kenneth Walker in the Seattle offense. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. They'll keep it on the ground again here. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Now Brandon Ayuk ready to bring out the rest of this offense here for this upcoming series. And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little, they bask in it. They think this is, okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let up in his game the rest of the way.
Great thing if you're on the opposite. up, and he just opens things up for the other guys around him.
Yeah, if you're the opposite receiver, you should expect a few passes come your way, too, because I've got to kick coverage and hit.
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I see you reaching for the white flag. Put it down. I don't want you throwing it, but I understand why, because if you do, you're hoping they might actually stop this. Territory right now. That interception just surrendered any momentum they built up in the locker room during halftime. So game plan, it's in the garbage. Time to try something new in this one.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Back to throw, Smith. Finding Lockett for the catch here on the out route. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he gets us 15, just a yard or two. Well, partner, under the lights in prime time, this offense, they gave the name.
It's Week 16 of the NFL, and we'll see the versatile Deebo Samuel. He's one of the league's best, currently third in the NFL in receiving yards. It's the 49ers and the Commanders, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Washington Commanders and the San Francisco 49ers. Once again, glad to be with you. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And we've got a game where if you're a fantasy owner, you're playing very close attention. This contest features one of the league's best passing attacks taking on the best passing team in the NFL. We're going to get points in this game. At least you'd figure that we would. The question is how many?
Oh, I am totally with you on that one because we all know that we all get excited for any matchup of top 5 offenses. And in this game, we're getting to see the #1 team in the NFL throwing the ball. That's special not just for the people here in attendance, but of course everyone watching this game on TV.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Commanders trot to the field for their first possession, and it's the 7th-year quarterback out of North Dakota State leading the way. His third NFL team, Carson Wentz.
But when I reviewed last week's game and saw the 4 touchdown passes that he threw, I thought about you during the Turkey Bowl last year.
Yeah,
you guys
right.
had the same stats, except he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award with his.
He got touchdowns. I got picks. I like going back watching the film with you, and we thought it was a good performance in person. Obviously was, but you thought even better on tape. It was really something to watch.
Yeah, what I loved was how he spread it around. A lot of people involved in the passing offense. 4 touchdown passes culminated it.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Niners now to get their first drive. They'll be led out by Mr. Irrelevant in the 2022 draft, a guy with something to prove, Iowa State's career passing leader, and that's Brock Purdy.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Got a man, that's Ayuk. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. From the 30 on 2nd down, Purdy. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. On 4th down, here's Purdy. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Finding room at midfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script. From 4th down to 1st.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
Play action, now Purdy. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Purdy now to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. After the sack, 3rd and goal now from the 12. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Purdy on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand. Throwing on first is Wentz. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Wentz's throw taken in by Samuel. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one. Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Wentz now on 1st down. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Purdy off the play fake. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
4th down try. Here's Purdy. Out to his left. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. McCaffrey running up the middle. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. Purdy looking to throw. And this is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it.
And it'll be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. A turnover is obviously, Charles, always costly, but, man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a 1st down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QB is...
Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Well, my friend,